The 2025 New York State FFA Convention will be held Wednesday through Friday of this week at the State Fairgrounds in Syracuse. One of the things that they are doing to commemorate the 100th year of agricultural education in New York State is compiling a display of FFA jackets. Their goal is to have one jacket displayed from every currently existing chapter in our state, but in addition, and I have gotten my hands on some very historical FFA jackets from our region and from my hometown, actually. That's where I went to school, except when I went to school, they didn't have FFA or agricultural education anymore. So they are also accepting old jackets from chapters that are no longer in existence. These are the jackets that I've been able to get my hands on. Families have been willing to loan them to me so that I can take them to convention to be displayed. This one was from 1956-57 is when this individual served as an officer, and the chapter is Cattaraugus. So where I teach now is Cattaraugus Little Valley. There were two smaller schools that merged to form this. So this was the original Cattaraugus jacket. This jacket is from Ellicottville, and it was from 1960. This individual was active 1964 to 1968. And one thing I will point out is the historic FFA emblem. So it does not look like this anymore. I will show you one of the current emblems in a second. Central Square is where I went to school, but they did not have FFA by the time I went through school. And this was my uncle's jacket. There is no year on it, but he, I'm pretty sure, was an FFA in the late 1960s. He did go to Camp Oswegatchie, and Oswegatchie used to give out these little patches. And the last one is Gowanda. So this individual served as an officer from 1951 to 1952, and they served as treasurer. This is a very old FFA jacket. You can see it's a tad bit dusty, but I have told the families that have been willing to loan them out to me that I will take incredibly great care of them and will transport to and from state convention myself. So I'm just thankful that I was able to get these jackets. They are very old. Here is what our current Cattaraugus Little Valley FFA jackets look like. And this is the most recent emblem. So you can see that it says agricultural education. So in addition to these older jackets that I have here right next to me, we will also be contributing one of our FFA chapters jackets to be put on display for the 100th New York State FFA Convention. The ag teacher struggle is very real, and I'm sure that many other ag teachers can relate to this, but I feel like when convention rolls around, I'm never actually mentally prepared to take on convention, and before you know it, the week is over. If you see me at convention this week, feel free to stop and say hi. I will probably, it's the equivalent of herding cats. We have 9 teams attending, so we will be busy.